Welcome to another episode of the 10-10 challenge on FIFA 17. This is me, Ida, and as you can see, we are on 12 points. If I just go into here, 12 points. We have actually not dropped any points, which is going to be a bad luck for me now because I'm going to lose this game. But we have one win away to get promotion and then 2 wins to get the title. So what I'm going to do, obviously, as usual, the same team, because I'm not going to switch anything. No fitness cards needed, so I will meet you in the game.
One eternity later.
Alright, this is this guy's team. He's got Butland, Klein, the defender from Watford who I can't remember. I still didn't look who he was. Reed, Alonso, Fellaini, Barkley, Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, not Demarai Gray, the other Gray from Burnley, and Walcott. Alright, let's get straight into this game. This guy's team is a fairly average Premier League team. We'll see what this guy is like. He might be amazing, just hasn't got the coins to buy an a good team yet. Maybe his team name is Road to Glory, so it might be that he hasn't got the coins because he's doing it as a Road to Glory style, and that may be difficult for me because you would have thought somebody that's going for that sort of challenge of a Road to Glory series, or not series, but as a task, would back themselves as a pretty good. That's a terrible pass. A pretty good FIFA player. Otherwise, they wouldn't try it because it's not the easiest of things to do. Good save, Oblak. Oh, he's played it straight back to their striker. I talked in one video about how Ronaldo you could class as being the best in the world. Now, what I want to talk about this time is how you could maybe look at Messi being the best in the world. I know I've already said that it's difficult to. This guy is literally just using pace. I wish we could do that, but we've got the players we've got. Messi, from the start of his career, he was always destined to be one of those players that's up there as best in the world. Just through his sheer pace and his dribbling skill and his just forward drive and ability to not just pick out passes, but also to finish from near enough anywhere on the pitch. You look at his goal returns in sort of. He had a couple of seasons at the start of his career where he obviously had to. It's a little different playing for Barca B in comparison to playing in La Liga, because they play in like the Santander or the second and third divisions in Spain, whereas obviously Barca's first team is second to none pretty much. And at the time coming through, he had quite a lot of competition to break into the team, and so that meant it was difficult for him to start with. But as soon as he got his sort of debut, you could tell instantly that he was going to be a player that's world class from the word go, basically. Oh, fuck off! Okay, let's get down here on Sane. Finish. Yes, there we go. Straight back in it. That's all we need to do. Messi sometimes is a player that can fade in and out of different games depending on the opposition. And there are some teams where it just seems like they're almost like a bogey team. Because you look at when they played Juventus, that was just solid defending from start to finish from Juventus. And you can tell that they're a well-drilled team because they just, blocked Messi out the whole game. But it wasn't just Messi they blocked out. They blocked out Suarez and Neymar, Iniesta, all these names of these players that they blocked and stopped them even really getting many shots on goal. Obviously in that game they had a chance to get a early finish that they didn't take, and that might have changed the complexion of the game quite a bit compared to if they'd not scored it, and obviously they didn't in the end. And then you look at how well he did against Real Madrid in the Clasico, and you can see his record is just second to none pretty much in the Clasico. That's half time in this game. As you can see, I've literally had 2 shots. Both have been on target. They've been in the last, 37 and 45th minute. Not been a great half from me. What I might do is make a couple of subs. So, let's see what we've got. I'm going to put Seri on for Ioramendi because he's not doing very well. I might put Perotti on for Origi because Origi's done nothing. I'm not hitting it in the air to him because he's not going to do anything with it. Actually, let's put Villar on because he has just pace, pace, pace up front. So I need to do something about that. Maybe just put pace and pace up. Villar. Villar's through. Oh, come on! Where's the rebound? Oh, yes, Sane! There is 2-2. We brought it back. I don't know how I didn't get the rebound anyway, because he got a rebound for like his first goal. That is a peach of a finish from Sane. I probably held it down a bit too long on the power, but it worked. His all-round game with Messi, I do feel, is stronger than what you'd say with Ronaldo, because Ronaldo's game is all about his pace, his dribbling, his finishing, but it's not about his passing or his free kicks, because everybody loves the free kick, you know, the famous one against Portsmouth that he did for Man United, but since then in his career he's not scored he scored a few memorable free kicks, but you look at Messi's free kick traits and his stats and how many he's actually scored, it's a world more than Ronaldo scored. And there's plenty of other players in the game that have a better free kick conversion rate. That's what I'm looking for. Better free kick conversion rate than Ronaldo does. And it's just one of those things where it's can help a player with their goal scoring stats, or it can hinder them with Ronaldo, because he literally takes every single free kick that Real Madrid have. And it's changed a bit since Bale's gone there, but he still pretty much takes everything. It's not just a sort of, you know, 50-50 between him and Bale or another player. Whereas you look at Messi, I mean, in that PSG game, the famous comeback that they did recently, about a month ago, and who scored the free kick that sort of, you know, started or kick-started their last 15 minutes in that game? It was Neymar. It wasn't. Oh, great pass. It wasn't Messi that took it. It was Neymar. So he's good at delegating sort of the responsibility and making the best of the situation. Because if he'd taken that left-footed, that ain't going in. That's going nowhere near the goal. He's going to have to cross that into PK or somebody like that. And I feel that is a big difference between the two players that you would say are the best two at the moment in the world. And I don't think there's any argument about those two versus anybody else really at the moment, because you can look at Neymar and say give him another year or two at the top level and he's going to be class. I mean, he is class, it's just he has to take time to get up to that level. Pull him back. Why did you let him run straight past you? And that's a goal. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, that's the one problem I've had since I've taken Origi off. Oh, why is it changed? Don't change me from Pedro. And holy crap. How did... He would... he would be dead if that hit him that speed. I've already said in terms of how I would rate the players, and it's difficult, like how they've played in their career and what times they've played in their careers and all of that. If you had to pin me down and say, who do you think is the best out of Messi and Ronaldo? I would have to say it's Messi. And even though he plays for Barcelona, and he's played some games against Chelsea where, in terms of against when Petr Cech's been in goal for Chelsea, I don't think he's actually scored against Petr Cech for Chelsea.
That is why you fail.
Oh, that is not a penalty. That is not a penalty. That is absolute bullshit.
Bullshit.
That is absolute bullshit.
High quality bullshit.
That is bullshit.
World class designer bullshit, to be sure.
I can't say it any clearer. That is absolute bullshit.
Hospital tested, clinically proven bullshit.
All right, I know the stats were different in that game, and obviously I got pummeled from the first half. But if you look at where the shots are taken from, he's had like, what, 5 inside the box? I've had 5 shots total. I know I had 3 outside the box, but one of them went in. The goals he scored, the penalty was not a penalty. I can't say it anymore. And I know I didn't speak too much about the Messi thing, but I spoke enough to sort of give a side either way, whether you'd say one or the other. But in terms of the game, that was absolute bullshit.
Bullshit.
And so I'm going to have to push on. I said it before the game. I was going to lose this one. Hopefully we can get promoted in the next episode. So thank you for watching. And this is the end of the video. Peace.